Welcome to some awesome games, good looking people. I'm Rob. I hope you enjoyed this video guide, and I hope it helps you, because if it doesn't, that would be really unfortunate. But we're going to get all the fairies of the Woodfall Temple. The first one is right in front of us. So easy to get. So we're going to put back the Great Fairy. We're going to put it back together by collecting all her mini fairies. She's kind of like Dracula, how he can burst into bats. She can burst into little fairies with wings in its head. There's one! Shazam! How easy was that? You just had to put on the mask, which you got from the fairy in Clocktown. And now we're going to fly over and get the second one in this room. There's only two in this room, so it's easy start. So number one's right in front of us. Number two is on the second platform we land on. Bam! Look at that, there's a chest here. Open it up, and you'll get the second fairy. We're like 1/7 of the way done. I think that's the correct math, I don't know. But continue on. You go through this door. This is like that room we were just in. And now there'll be this big area. This is like, consider this the main room. I'm gonna call this the main room. So in the main room, there's a big wooden flower down the bottom. If we go down here and take out this little Deku fella, we'll get the third fairy. Kablam! Take that. There we go, we've got another fairy. Now, if you hop across, or you can go up the top, probably safe to go up top. If you go up top and head over there to where those pots are, we'll go up high. We don't want to drown. You probably will drown if you stuff it up. So we'll go this way. That guy's back already. Hop on down here. There's a whole bunch of pots down here. Now, through the process of elimination, or mathematics subtraction, if we take away a whole bunch of pots, the odds of finding the one with the fairy in it, of course it's the last one we get. There he is. Ta-da! That's the fourth fairy. We're going to get the fifth fairy, which is going to say the 11th fairy for me. But if you hop across here, so just from where we were, I did this a little later, but I figured you're going to have to go this way to get a key and stuff, so you may as well get him now. You'll see, to our left here, there is a like a beehive. So if you have your bow, you can shoot it. You won't get your bow until later though. So that's why he's the 11th for me. But we jumped ahead because that's what we do. And there you go, that's easy one there. So that's number 5, but it's going to be number 11. So now it's going to be a little bit out of order. But that's okay, stress less. The actual 5th one we got was from that door we just went in. Like if you come back, you got your key, and you go open this door over here. We'll go in here, and we'll get like 3, I think. Like, we're going to get number 5, 6, and 7, which is actually 6, 7, 8. I don't want to confuse you, but that's the order that it is. So there's a spider over in the corner there, hiding behind that pole. We want to kill him because he has, you know, old Mother Hubbard lived in the cupboard, ate a spider. That's the right story, right? Well, she ate a spider, and inside her was a fairy. So, or inside that spider was a fairy. Kill the spider, get the fairy. That's what I'm getting at. Ta-da! He'll come straight to us because we've got the mask on. Now there's 2 easy ones. You're going to need your bow. You want to shoot the beehive. Not that one, though, because there's a bee in it. So, don't shoot that one. That's a bad idea. Shoot the other one. The one right in the middle platform. Kablam! And there'll be a fairy in that. And then you see under the water here, there's a fairy in a bubble. When they're in a bubble, they won't come to you unless you pop the bubble. So, we're going to shoot this one with our bow. Our trusty bow. Kablamo. So, you won't be able to get this one until you have the bow. So, if it's the first time in the temple, you're going to have to come back here and get it. But if you've been in the temple before, you'll have your bow, and you can do this in this order. So, ta-da! We got the fairy! It's our 7th, 8th one. Confusing, I know. I shouldn't have done that. But, let's continue on. Go up the stairs in this room. So, this is the same room we were just in. Go up the stairs. We're going to hop across here, and we're going to enter this dark area. This dark, spooky area. It's full of these little, dust mites. Not this guy. Take that, jerk. We'll leave the other one. But if you continue on, you'll enter a new area, and it will have no light. It'll be lightless, except for that light. Ignore that light and pretend it's lightless. Fight these things. Kill them all. I don't know what they're called. I'm going to call them dust mite grubs. Soot. Defeat the soot people, and you'll get a chest once you kill all of them. Look at that skill, that swordsmanship right there. Yes. Because he's wearing a mask, it's hard to see. But once you beat them all, a chest will appear, and you will get a fairy from inside that chest. So make sure you get them all, because if you don't get them all, you don't get the fairy. Simple, right? But let's continue on. We have now risen the flower. It's now spinning around. So we're up top now. There's a fairy over there. We can walk over there and you can chop it, or you can waste an arrow like I did and shoot it. But as long as you got your mask on, he'll come on over to you. Easy one. Very easy one. I don't think you'll miss that one. But now we're going to become a Deku Shrub. We're going to fly over there. There's a little switch over there. And the torch that you have to light to get to the next area. So light that torch on fire by shooting an arrow through the little fire pit and hitting it. But jump on down here, land on this switch, and then become a person. Become normal, Link. A chest will appear, and it has a fairy in it. That's all that's in it. It's just a fairy. So go and open it and get your fairy. So go do that. So I'm jumping ahead. I trust you can find your way to this chest. It's pretty easy. There's your fairy. Now we're going to enter one more room and get like 4 fairies. So this is on the way to the boss. So this is the room you opened up by shooting that torch in that previous room with the big flower. There's one right there in a bunch of flames. Free it. Wear your mask. He'll float on over to you. And you can be like, yay, I got a fairy. Now there's, I think 3 more. There's 1 to our left, 2 to our right. Or it might be 2 to our left, 2 to our right. Either way, jump down here and I'll show you. I'll demonstrate where we're going. We're going to fly over here to where these rupees are. And behind us is where all the fairies are. So we're going to have a look. You can shoot a couple from here. I think you can shoot 1 from here. So there's 1. You can see that one. So we shoot that one. He'll float on over to us. And then there's 1 more. If we keep going up that way to the left, there's 1 more. And if we go to the right, over that way, there's another one. So become your little Deku Shrub. Once this guy floats on over to me, it's going to have a browse around. There we go. So become the Deku Shrub. Fly back over there. Use the little flowers. And get the last 2. I'll show you how to get them, but you can feel free to skip ahead if you don't know where the fairy temple is, or the fairy fountain is for this temple. So, we're going to go right. There should be 1 this way. And then that should be it. So we keep going, flying on up. You know how to use these. By the way, how good is the 3DS version? And the new 3DS with a good 3D? Man, makes life amazing with this game. So much better looking than this. You're looking at this game right now going, oh, 64 version. It's horrible. But it's all the same, more or less. There's not much differences. So back down the middle, we're going to go the left way. And get our final fairy friend. And then we'll go to the fairy fountain and get our reward. If you're playing on Nintendo 64, which will be cool if you are. That's very impressive that you got one. You will get a spin attack, a stronger spin attack. But if you're on the 3DS version, which is a new one, which you'll get the extended magic meter, I believe. I would record these on 3DS, but it's a little tricky. I don't have a 3DS recorder. So I pulled out my old 64 cartridge, and I'm doing a simultaneous playthrough, playing through the 64 version and the 3DS version, double time. Take that guy out. So obviously we're back outside the front of the fairy, of the temple, and we're going to the fairy fountain. It's in this big hole in the wall, a cave, some people may call it. Let's go into this fantastic textured cave. 64 had limitations, but now, get your reward. You'll get your extended magic meter or your strongest spin attack. Congratulations, you found all the fairies by yourself. I know, don't worry. I don't need the credit. I'm happy to have helped, but you did it all yourself. I didn't play it for you. You had to do that. What's up, lady? Some well-placed vines you got there. Are they growing from your head, or are they just like... Is that just seaweed that happens to catch as you come flying out of the water? I'm not sure. Either way, it's well-placed. So now you'll get your reward. If you have those rewards already, you will get nothing. You will get Willy Wonka'd, and you get nothing. Except, you know, her respect. Come see me again whenever you overcome. Farewell, fairy lady. You're welcome. Special move on these guys. So we'll push A, and then we get this. How cool is that? So cool. That's a good crowd clearer. Now, if you don't have magic